You guys, it's Jen. I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the products that I used to really use and think about and loved all the time. And just in the last few years, I have not been gravitating towards them. Just they're sitting in my collection on the back burner and collecting dust and things like that. And I just been realizing that there are some things that I haven't been using that either I realize that I'm not loving or I just started getting back into. And I wanted to talk to you guys about those items. So, the first thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about are eyebrow pencils. I'm actually panning this one, so I'm not going to show you what I have on it, but I will swatch this for you guys. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. And although it's really nice and defined and the actual product itself is very stiff so you can make little hairs, I have so much thick eyebrow hair that I really like using the brow gel more. I just love the brow gel way more. And I haven't even been thinking about my brow pencils. And I had this one. I had two from MAC. I have three from Sephora. I think I still have another one of these Anastasia ones. So I have a bunch of backups and I've had them for years sitting there because I just haven't been using them because I've been focusing so much on my brow gels that I have that these just they kind of sit there. The thing that I really love about this Anastasia one though is the actual brush that you can put through the hairs. This is a really nice brush, but the way that I do my brows now, I don't need this brush. I actually will probably keep one like the empty packaging when this is done. I'll probably keep it for down the road if I want to use a spoolie. But I bought a couple of mascara ones and I just use that with the glycerin soap and then some brow gel. And then I like that a lot more. I feel like it just looks really nice and clean and they don't match. They're not perfect, but they're perfect enough for me. So I really haven't been using brow pencils a lot lately and I don't know, I just don't think about them much anymore. It's not something that I need and I probably shouldn't have bought so many backups. Another thing that I've really noticed lately, especially, I haven't really acknowledged it until recently, is I don't really use that many cool toned, especially gray and cool, really cool toned gray brown eyeshadows. Um, I have so many cool tone eyeshadows in my collection, but so many meaning there's very few, but for me it's a lot because I never use them. And the ones that I am specifically talking about are the ones from MAC. These ones especially here. I mean, I always have a two-sided kit. One has mostly browns on one side and then the other side has another color so that if I want to intertwine, I have all the options I need. And I love browns and I still wear cool tone browns, but what I mean is like this kind of a cool tone, like gray brown. Like it's a gray with like a hint of brown, that kind of thing. Satin taupe used to be my absolute favorite shade. It's just like it just is exactly it's a taupe. Like it's just really pretty, but I don't enjoy wearing it. I used up a whole tin before, one of the little individual pot things, and I use it all up and I was so proud of myself and I bought it back up in a pan. No, I'm not using it. I'm not even thinking about it. I have all these really pretty gray shades and like just I don't use them. They're just kind of sitting in my collection and collecting dust and they're really pretty. The thing that made me realize that I don't use cool tone eyeshadows anymore is because I just bought the Natasha Denona Glam Palette and it's so gorgeous. I just don't feel excited when I'm wearing it. It's beautiful. I actually really do like the layout of the eyeshadows. I like the names and stuff. I think that's kind of interesting. You don't have to use what she says as she labels it, but I don't know. I just, when I wear it, I feel blah. I don't feel excited about what I'm wearing. And then I also went and picked up this little e.l.f. It's like how many pans are in here? 10? 10 pans, and I picked it up because it was really resemblant. So here you can see already there's like the same gray tones and brown tones. Same thing here. The same thing in this Natasha Denona palette as well. Same thing. Same kind of shades, and I wanted to do a swatch comparison, which I did, and I posted it on my Instagram. I will link my Instagram down below if you want to go ahead and check that out. I could not really tell, other than some of the shimmers, I legit could not tell the difference between the eyeshadows when I swatched them with my finger, which it doesn't really do justice. But again, this is another cool tone palette that I have in my Shop My Stash, and I'm not enjoying wearing it. It's very nude, very cool tone neutral, just not me. I like warm tone shadows, and I'm just thinking to myself, like, I'm not going to buy another cool tone eyeshadow for almost forever. Like, I say that now, but I don't have a need for it. Like, I just don't. And I like when I wear those eyeshadows, I don't feel good about it. I don't have fun with it. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't make me feel happy at all. So I just wanted to show you guys this tiny little salt lamp that I have in the back. It is so cute, and it's a color changer one, and I just am really enjoying it and loving it. It looks really itty bitty right there, but it's just probably like, you know, it's not huge. It's just one to plug into your USB, like if you're at work and stuff or whatever. And then you can just use the plug change in, but I love it. Like, it's so cute and it's just mesmerizing. All right, back to it. Another thing that I realized that I bought a lot of backups of that I don't use a lot of are brush tipped liquid eyeliners. So this is the example. When I worked at Sephora, I probably bought like 4 backups of these. They don't like you doing that. Just because you could get the discount and then sell it and whatever, earn the money, right? That's just not okay. Some people have done that. I legit bought my backups so that I could use them, and I have so many backups. I've used quite a few because I use these brushes. So I'll show you the brush tip that I'm talking about. So I've made 2 lines here so you can see it's really beautiful, nice, dark, deep. I just never use it. It's got that tip on it. This is what I never use this anymore. It's got like that where the tip just kind of bends, and I just don't use it anymore. I use it only for Halloween when I do my leopard print and I make my leopard spots. I usually use this black because it's so black. It's just gorgeous. I highly recommend this eyeliner, but I just forget to use it because what I'm really using lately is like this kind of like the Trooper by Kat Von D. This isn't as dark, and it's not as well, it's pretty dark actually now that I look at it. Very comparable, but I like this tip better. This felt point tip. I really like that better. I find that this dries out a lot faster, where this is almost like dipping into ink kind of thing. But the ink is all up in here like a marker. And this one I really have to work because like when you're dragging it across the shadows, it just dries out the tip like crazy. So that unfortunately I don't love. But yeah, I just haven't been really enjoying using the brush tip. I find that I like gel more, and I'm wearing the gel liner today, and I just, wow, you guys should see my hand. I just made a huge mess. I just have to go wash my hands soon. Yeah. So another thing, there's 5 things here that I really wanted to talk about, actually 6, but 2 fall in the same category. One is bronzer. So I love bronzer a lot, but I haven't worn it in like, this is the first year in probably 4 years that I've actually worn bronzer. I only had 2 bronzers in my collection for those 4 years, and you can't even tell that I use them barely. So this year I've been making a point of really using it, and I've been really enjoying wearing bronzer. So the other 3 items I still don't gravitate towards, but bronzer I bought, let me see. I bought how many this year? 1, 2, 3, 4 minis. So I bought this. I'm so mad at the cost of this one. I should have just bought the full size. So anyways, 4 bronzers. I bought the Hourglass, the Marc Jacobs, the Fenty, and the Bahama Mama from The Balm. Yeah, just, well, anyway, I'm using it now, so that's a good thing. The last thing is I don't use and I don't think about using is my Lorac eyeshadows and my Urban Decay eyeshadows. Those two brands, for some reason, I feel like we've surpassed, and now there's other brands that I'm thinking about, and I have so many of these in my collection that I just need to use them because, in all honesty, their shadows are really good. I just don't think about them anymore, and I basically just don't I don't think to grab the palettes anymore. I have to make a point of taking that palette out and just using something to use it. So I don't know, do you guys have anything like that in your collection that you just don't gravitate toward anymore, and you just, it's sitting there and you look at it and you know it's there, but you just don't grab it? Like, if you have that, let me know in the comments. I really want to know because I'm sure there's more in my collection like that, and I really need to make a point to use these things, or just like get rid of them, declutter them. Let me know what you guys think. I'm very curious to know if you guys have the same issue. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys are being safe and taking care of yourselves and being healthy. And thank you so much for clicking on the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!